Hi there everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be talking about a topic that's, really simple, not controversial at all, sex education and LGBT inclusivity in schools. Alright, so why don't we start off with some basic information. So according to the Center for American Progress, poor sex education often results in increased high-risk sexual behaviors and unsafe sex practices, and it can also lead to higher rates of pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections among teenagers. Queer youth happen to be at a much higher risk from being affected by these things. 2/3 of all new HIV infections come from queer men who are between the ages of 13 and 29. There are also some pretty serious social implications for queer people being portrayed negatively in sex education classrooms. They are more likely to believe that their behaviors and attitudes are bad or abnormal. They tend to have lower grade point averages, and they are also more likely to be missing classes. Much of this division over LGBT issues starts in schools with our education about identities, and there are 10 states who happen to handle this particularly poorly. GLSEN, the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, defines these states as having no promo homo laws. Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, and Utah all have laws that require queer identities to be discussed in a negative light during sex education classes, while South Dakota and Missouri forbid teachers from talking about these issues altogether. A lot of this negativity stems from the fact that there's a lot of public apathy around the issue, as well as a lot of discrimination in the legislation. At the same time, there are some good things going on. Utah has actually already repealed their no promo homo law, and that's going to go into effect this year. That came about from a lot of pressure from activist groups, as well as overwhelming support at the legislative level. At the federal level, there is a bill in Congress right now called H.R. 1706, the Real Education for Healthy Youth Act. It was introduced by Representative Barbara Lee in California in 2015. It currently is in the House Education and Workforce Committee. However, it only has 80 co-sponsors, and all of them are Democrats. It directly addresses the issues of these exclusive laws, and it withholds funding from districts that refuse to educate people accurately about LGBT issues. Legislative support only comes from public pressure, so citizens have to be active and vocal about their desire for these laws to be repealed. So that's where you come in. You need to get in contact with your congressperson at the federal level and let them know that you want them to support H.R. 1706. Giving your voice of support for these laws is the best way to make sure that they support them. In addition, if you live in one of these states that has a no promo homo law, call your local representative and let them know that you want them to do everything they can to repeal these laws. Thank you.